create, loot, and share.
Okay.
So they were trying to just create something, making it look as if
stuff like we are winning the World Cup.
Yes,
this is our year.
Yes.
And mind you, if you are going player for player, you make we talk player for player. The squad Ghana we take go, you know, be joke squad. Hello, fantastic and lovely viewers. Welcome to Studio 2 TV. As always, you know I'm your host, Grandmaster. And today, I'm seated with well-equipped gentlemen when it comes to football, Ghanaian football, football in Europe, and football globally. I don't want to talk much just after this commercial break. We're going to talk about what did go on for the Ghana League inside, beyond the Ghana League, after the World Cup, what did happen, who will be the next Ghanaian coach, what did happen to the Ghana League. Stay glued, don't go nowhere. I'll be back just after this break.
Good one! Breakthrough for Manchester City! One man's missile coming up with smiling. Oh!
Welcome back from the commercial break. So make I introduce the gentleman I have with me for here. Make you see them. Mr. Joseph Tete. Mr. Joseph Tete. Former House of Folk.
Yes, sir.
Hazakes. Gofields. Susubribri. If I won't mention the teams, I go mention your way. Tomorrow, safe, we still go to mention the name. So make I just end them for here. Fantastic pioneer of the Ghanaian League football. In time, you do some for the Ghanaian League. Today, I go make it share in mind for you. But before I make it talk in mind, make I go to my very fantastic brother, Mr. Jerry Mensah, an enthusiast and a fantastic supporter of the Ghanaian football. Mr. Jerry, thank you for once again joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So today we got plenty of things we want to talk about. But I won't make I give you the chance to make you introduce yourself, then you make them know who you be and where you're from and what did they bring you here today. So Mr. Joseph Tete, introduce yourself to my people for me.
Yes, probably I will say thank you for my viewers. I'm just giving them the privilege that I'm here to, come out with a serious about my young when I started my football and where I am today. So I am here to inspire my youth and some of the big men around and the globe.
Mr. Jerry.
Oh yes. I'm your regular guest, right?
Yeah,
so I need no introduction. I need no introduction.
Straight. So today, make we not talk much. The first topic we get for our hands, it be the Ghana Blackstars, them a World Cup performance. So me personally, I feel say, make I be very plain and very straightforward. I feel say we fail. I don't know your take. Mr. Joseph Tete, what be your take on the performance as a whole, the Ghanaian team we take go there, the coaching staff, and how the Ghanaian national team performed at the World Cup? What do you think about that?
Yeah, you said your mind, and that is how people normally think about it. But to my view, as an ex-footballer, football is something that is very, very business that is going on in the world now. And sometimes people will be saying, whenever they introduce some of the new players into the Black Star team, they were thinking that we are going to impact so many chances in the World Cup. But for all you know, I will tell you that we have some people that started it way back 3, 4, 5 years before we getting in. The whole thing is, let's take about these are our new boys that will bring them into the squad.
You are talking about the Kudus, the Gideon Mensah, the Salifus, and the rest.
No, the Kudus, I can say, is almost like 2 years in the team. By a player like Inaki Williams and Lamte, so on and so forth, like this Sabantin or whatever, the defender.
Salifu.
Yeah.
Salifu and Salisu, Salis Ahmed.
Yeah.
So let's imagine when they brought into the team, how many months now? So these things tell us that we have to make sure we gather and build a team
properly.
Very well.
Yeah. Mr. Jerry, what's your take? I am saying I think our whole project was a failure. He has shared from another perspective what he thinks. So what be your take on the whole World Cup performance?
All right. So I think that was from your expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. With your expectations, they failed. Because you had so much expectations. I don't know what your expectations were.
Make you understand something. My expectations be budget-wise. The kind of budget where we take go the World Cup, mind you, that be the same budget I go fit even tell you say sometimes if the budget we take go, then we take more money sef go past Morocco.
Money don't win you cups.
But then why do we take money there then?
That is another aspect of it.
Okay.
I think it's a whole topic. If we are going to talk about it, it's a whole topic altogether. You see, but I think from a layman perspective, you say that Ghana failed because we were not able to make it past the group stages, so we failed. But I think I side with my boss what he said, because we are building a team and it's a young team, so we need time. Me going to the World Cup, I wore my jersey. I bought a jersey. I was supporting Ghana, but within me, I knew, Charlie, it would be very hard even getting out of the group. You know, you need to play together, build a team for some time before winning trophies. So I think they did well, just that we didn't do one or two things well. That is why we got out of the group. So I think we didn't fail.
Don't you think?
My expectation.
Don't you think the whole playing body raised too much expectations?
You know, the management team, okay, because they wanted money from the government, they tried to raise our expectations, and then that is making it look as if they can.
Because we were hearing stuff like we are winning the World Cup.
Yes,
this is our year.
Yes.
And mind you, if you are going player for player, you make we talk player for player. The squad Ghana we take go, you know, be joke squad. Make we forget the fact that we are young. This is a new squad we put together and all that. Fantastic boys we take go the World Cup.
Yes, names don't win you trophies. Team win you trophies.
Okay, so then why do you sell the agenda to us? Which means someone has to explain to us how.
That one, you know, in Africa, okay, create, loot, and share.
Okay.
So they were trying to just create something, making it look as if, Charlie, they are going to win it. So anything they demand, the government has to provide, and that's what they did. And the government provided all whatever they requested for. The government was there to provide, and but within them, they knew that no, the team was not up to really win the World Cup. Okay.
Mr. Joseph Tete, Afriki Joe, who be your standout performer for the World Cup for the Ghanaian team inside? If they say choose your best player, who you think say be your best player for the tournament inside?
Wow! You have pushed me very, very well. You pushed me because for me, I don't normally watch football like the way some of people watch football.
Okay.
You know, because I'm in the business, so I have to make sure I focus.
If it must be done, it must be done well.
That's it. Because I started from goalkeeper side coming to the end. You know, like the way my brother was saying. When you look at Steven Pierre's era,
yeah,
they have been together for almost like 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
And that even some of them started from under 13.
Okay.
Gradually from the 13 to under 17.
That be straight from coach football.
That's it.
Yeah.
They start from under 17 to under 20 to 21, you know, coming up. So let's assume that if they be with their sex for this quite long.
So let's say before they get to the national team proper, they might have like 10-15 years between playing time between them.
Yeah, they've really gelled.
You see, they gel, and now you bring. I don't say those guys are not bad footballers, right?
Yeah.
But they need to be, you know,
some kind of cohesion together.
Yeah.
Because Inaki Williams, like I said, is not a bad striker that we know.
Fantastic footballer for Atletico Madrid.
But ask me, when we are playing, how many passes do, how they call it, Inaki Williams have that they give him the true pass? They like show your skills.
At a point in time, Asamajan was complaining, pass the ball to the striker.
Yes, because I quite remember when Asamajan was on the top on the Blackstars field, a player like Suleiman Tari, Stephen Michael Essien, Gajola, Stephen Appiah is cool. They know where they don't even watch him. They know where he stands. They just put the ball there, and Asama will go.
So some sort of mental telepathy because they've been playing together for long.
For sure.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because they know when they put it there, Asama is there to do it, to deliver.
So if I'm getting you right,
yeah,
you have to understand my point of view that somewhere somebody failed us, because usually before we go to the World Cup proper, we have a project. This is my problem now. After the World Cup, Coach Otuado is no more. Believe you me, the next coach coming will drop 50% of the players who went to the World Cup. because every coach has his own vision and direction.
Yeah.
You understand? Otuado no dey. You don't go fit impose the players on the new coach because maybe the formation the coach they play no be in Otuado and the next coach they can't play.
Sure.
You get me? So this is my problem now. Ghana was adjudged the youngest squad at the World Cup. The Ghanaian national team was adjudged the youngest squad at the World Cup. What happens to the squad now? Now that Otuado is no more. Because from Otuado's point of view, they see things differently.
Sure.
The new coach, he will come definitely to, some striker where maybe it be better pass Inaki Williams, so to say. Because we always see Inaki Williams in performance for the World Cup. If it's something to go by, and they tell you, say, the next coach might not even call Inaki Williams. You get me?
Yeah.
So, if you talk, say, we need time. It's a project. Is the GFA willing to give the next coach that time?
Yeah, you have to, because whenever you want to make a business or you want to, be yourself in the business, you have to give yourself time. It's not easy for you to just wake up and make it as a silver platter. You have to give yourself, maybe you can say to yourself, I'm starting this thing for 6 months and let me see how it's going to be for 6 months. Right? So when you see that the 6 months, the thing can be done, then you have to be done well in 1 year time. You see, this squad that we have, trust me, it's not a bad squad at all.
At all.
It's not a bad squad, but like I was saying, it comes that way, so we have nothing to say for
any country who will say they have a bad squad with players playing in France, Spain, Holland, England, then you don't know what you are handling.
That's it.
Mr. Jerry, who was your standout performance at the World Cup?
Well, it was obvious, and sitting behind my TV and watching, we all Ghanaians would say Kudus.
Starboy Kudus.
Kudus did well. In fact, he really stood up. Kudus did well, and I think Atizigi did well. In fact,
the goalkeeper, beyond expectations.
Yes. To me, Atizigi proved me wrong because when he was selected, in fact, I didn't have that
7-0,
hope.
6-0.
I didn't have that hope in him, but I think he did well. And when it comes to the defense, I think Salisu did well. Salisu was fantastic. Gideon Mensah played one match, and we all saw his performance. He was good. And then I think Salis, that guy, we are giving credit to Kudus, but I think Salis was probably one of the best, if not the best, one of the best. Because you know why? Prior to the World Cup, he had never played with the team. He played, I think, in a Swiss friendly match.
Swiss,
That was a friendly match he played. That was his first match for Ghana.
For trust,
Going into a World Cup and then performing in the first match, you could see that the guy was playing to instruction.
Yeah. And trust me, after this World Cup, he's now improving his club.
He's improving.
He's playing
day in, day out. Yes.
He's playing very good football now.
So you see, this is where my problem is. How do you go to a World Cup unprepared? I feel we went to the World Cup unprepared.
Oh yeah, for sure. We didn't really.
If per the selection of our coach, it felt like it's either someone was instructing him on who to play, or he was just trying the players out. And that wasn't the avenue to try your players, because you go World Cup, as you go reach World Cup now, you don't get first 11. Every game there is strategy. So somebody will tell you, you understand. But they change winning team. If they go by what the big tough mental coaches they talk, they change winning team.
Yeah, they change winning. And let me tell you one thing. We qualified to the World Cup by surprise. In fact,
not by hard work.
No, it surprised us, because going into that Nigeria match, we didn't have the chance. To be frank, all Ghanaians, though were supporting the team, but we knew we didn't have that. Nigeria is going to beat us. Okay, but it didn't happen. We qualified. And where the problem started from was after the qualification. What was the plan? Okay, we didn't really plan for the World Cup. That was when we started bringing in players. We had a good squad, but we didn't have a good team.
So you get any particular player where it missed the World Cup where it pin you?
Oh yeah. For that one. Yeah.
Your side, which player?
For my side, I think Joseph Pencil should have made the squad. Because after the World Cup, the guy is playing.
I think some player missed the 26-man squad where like you feel say like for go Qatar.
Yeah, probably. I can say Jeffrey Love also have to be in the squad, and because sometimes football is something else. Sometimes you have to make sure you have all-round team that they can push forward. What am I saying this? Because football is something that when you are playing and you don't have somebody that can push you, trust me, you can't. Because I remember one time when we were playing at the goal face and you are playing immensely on the game or where the game is going on, you are not putting your effort. Samir J will sit down somewhere. You sit even in the field of play, he will shout to you. Like, come on, what are you doing? Are you sleeping? Wake up and make sure you come out and play. So when you see him shouting on you,
okay. So you from what I'm gathering, what you are saying, you could see that there were too much youth in the team and no sort of guidance from the big men.
Yeah.
Because the most senior player on the playing field was Dede Ayew. Usually we had Sule Muntari, Stephen Appiah, Larry Kingston to shout on the younger ones.
Yeah, but sometimes as a professional, you don't shout anyhow. You get my point. You don't shout anyhow because of you are a senior, so you have to shout on the youth that coming. The shouting has been on purpose. Maybe you give him a pass to control and he couldn't control well. Maybe you give another one and he couldn't control. Then you can say, "What is wrong with you, man?" So he will know that because of the pass he can't control. Next time I have to do what?
So he will sit up.
That is it.
Okay, so Ghanaian players abroad and local, talk of Danlad and Efriye Banier.
Yeah.
Then the players from abroad. How, if you watch the World Cup, it influenced them in some kind of way for you?
Yeah, it gave them a very big exposure.
Yeah.
It gave them and they will learn so many things from that. If you like, ask anybody or any local player if that local player went to outside to train with the club or went to just in college. Whenever that player come home, you could see the atmosphere is very different.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So if Banier and the Dallard was there, man, trust me, it's just open a great opportunity for them, and the experience is gonna come on more. Here we are, Banier is going to
FC Zurich.
Let's see for six months and 1 year. We will sit here and start calling his name because they will make sure Europe football is not like Africa. You get my point. The only thing you have to make sure you give yourself self-discipline. You sleep early. Whatever the coach tell you to do,
you do it. You be a professional.
You make your mark.
Mr. Jerry.
Yeah. I side with my boss. I think
you get some player where they follow one way after the World Cup. You say they make strides for Europe, or maybe now they come go.
I think all our players are doing well. And on the exposure thing that he was talking about, I think even if you did not kick a ball, you trained. You were on the bench. In fact, you made a squad. Okay, it gives you some confidence. Anytime you step onto the field, it takes away fear from you. Okay, it takes away fear from you. And then being on that squad, there are a lot of things that you learn. If you're a local player, and then even with your ball control, and stuff. Because I quite remember when we were playing coast football, you see, they will not really teach you how to even control and do this and do this. No, you're not. So for the local players coming up, you see that there are a lot of things that they are lacking. You will see that it will give somebody a long pass. How to control the ball will be a problem. But if the person goes outside and then comes back, as the former player was saying, you see that there's been an improvement. Let me give you one example.
Okay.
There was this player, Isaac
Vosa.
He used to play for Kotoko.
Yeah.
And then he played under 23 and then went to Hoffenheim also.
Yeah, Hoffenheim.
The guy, when he was in Kotoko, you could see that he lacked pace. But he was a tall guy, very tall, built, huge guy.
Okay, so to me, Johnny.
But when you give him a ball 1-on-1, you see that some short player will just pass it. But when you went to Hoviam and came back.
Technical know-how,
See
nearby.
that- you could see that the guys.
Brony no go buy player then waste the money. He go teach you what you don't know.
Yeah, so you see that a whole lot of things will change with their players, especially the local players. A lot of things will change. Let's wait and see. I think the CHAN is this weekend. Let's see what.
But me personally too. Then I feel say the GFA, it failed the Ghanaian league. It failed the Ghanaian league. Why I they talk this? I say it failed the Ghanaian league because I dey hear say Hearts of Oak receive 170,000 euros. Kotoko receive the same amount for Barnier and Danlad respectively. Then the clubs from which the Ghanaian players they come receive almost about 4 million euros. That be per head. That be the Ghanaian boys where they come all across Europe. That be the Naki Williams, the Salisu, the Salis Ahmed, all those boys. So what they talk, GFA, them know this thing before we dey go the World Cup or they realize them after. Because we there some stage where some of the clubs for the when a local side ESF to pay them a player self it be problem. So if House of Folk will receive 170,000 euros for a 3-year Barnier, Kotoko will receive 170,000 euros for Danlad. Why didn't they deem it fit to act players like King Faisal players, Olympic players, maybe in Sutramai, Kotoku Royals, at least 5 Ghanaian local league players. So see, if not for anything, because at the time he said the 26-man squad will go, you know, be everybody play.
Yeah, sure.
You understand? You know, use more than 17 players safe.
Yeah.
So the rest could have just been on the bench, like how Danlad and Barnier go sit bench. You don't think say like it will help the Ghana league, because this 170,000 euros it will go a long way to beef up the House of Folk Cofex. Then go get some money, take run them myself. You understand? So from that perspective, I feel say GFA fail Ghana league.
That is what you think.
Personally.
That is what you think.
Personally.
Yes, but I don't think we go to World Cup to make money. It shouldn't be in our mind that we are going to the World Cup.
If we are not going there to make money, why then do we budget plenty money for the tournament then?
That one, I said that budget thing. If we are going to talk about the budget thing, it's going to take us.
Why they take me? They go circle around the budget like that.
We are not going to the World Cup to make money. Okay. We are going there to compete, and competing, you have to bring your best. Okay. You have to bring your best from your country to represent you. Okay. We shouldn't do it a way that if this player goes, this club is going to benefit this amount, so we should put local players in. No, that one there, I don't support you. Okay. I don't support you because the quality on the local scene is low. We don't have the quality. That's how I see it. Okay. Even pushing in a 3-year Barnier and then Danlad, they are not to that standard. Okay. They are not to that standard that you say that okay, let's take these guys to the. You see, playing on the World Cup is not a small stage.
But performance-wise, and from what I saw from the Switzerland friendly match, Barnier did fantastic.
That's a friendly match. That's a one game.
And somebody said tell me that match they be auditioning for Barnier.
You see, you can't also use one match to assess someone, assess a player. The person can do well in that friendly match. You give him another opportunity. Nothing we standing.
The thing we they talk about now, the boy gets clapped for Switzerland.
Oh yeah.
So which means there's some kind of iota of truth in what the person they talk, because he said that much they set up that much for Barnier.
Maybe that is how he saw it. That's how he saw it. But yeah. But as I said, you see, going to the World Cup, you present your best. Okay. You don't have to go and take one player for Kotoku, one player for this, one player so that they will get the money. No, I don't buy that.
Afriki, what be your take too? You don't feel say like this kind of money where we they get for Barnier and Danlad, the players them go there where then just go sit bench. Like we carry local players go, like he go hit the local league, make we get some small coins for there.
Yeah, like you said it that way, but you know we are heading towards the World Cup by then. So you can't even go there and say you are taking the local budget because of money that the clubs, because true, some of the local clubs are really need of money.
Yes, they need the cash
to build what's it called. But let us forget, or maybe we can take them to the World Cup and something's going to happen. When you started using them, there's going to be a loophole over there.
Okay, because which means they're not professional enough.
That is it, because the whole thing is he's playing the local league all right. But when they get to that side, It's a very big difference also.
And to see when I am showing what TV news no nini.
That one said even never meet like even when Messi is playing. Look at the Algerian
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabian the defender. He's playing with Messi, and later when he went to touch Messi, they started speaking.
Hey.
Why? Because
This is Messi. I'm not watching him on TV. Messi is here.
So he started saying something that if you're a man, we meet 10 times, I'm gonna score you 10 times. You know, he's faced something to.
You understand? It's understandable.
But later on, Messi started laughing, and the end, Messi took the cap. And where are they now? They use a little bit of experience to overcome them. So, of course, we need money to our local league, but somewhere we have to be very, 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 very vigilant for. If it comes to the national
that is understandable. The next topic I would like us to hit on is what is happening to the local league. What is happening to our pitches? Continuously, we've had players decide to retire here in Ghana. Let's talk of Ajiman Bedu for Accra Great Olympics.
Yeah.
Sule Ali Muntari for Accra House of Folk. Samuel Inkum, Accra House of Folk. You see that kind of trend they come. But them all do they complain one thing, one of pitches.
Yeah. Let me tell you something frankly. Our foot that we play football in it is very, very miserable, boss. Trust me. There's some foot when you step on it, you feel that you step on football foot very hard. You know, even there's no any water to water the food. That is gonna be something. But let me tell you, in Europe, that we watch this kind of green food and stuff. At the same time, the food is very, very soft. So you can do whatever. Look at if some of the players score goals. Look at the way they do it.
You want slide for here?
Can you do something in the class? You can't. I quite remember Leclerc Sports Stadium, Go First Sports Stadium. We had a match I played against Manchester Tikotiko. And that day, on Sunday, there's no rainfall that day. But when you get to the field, we started playing and the rain started falling very seriously.
That one day I think is wasting me.
So we couldn't play that game. But when the referee stopped the game within 15 minutes, the park is so done to play again.
Dried up,
but only the referee doesn't want to play. So he made it the next day, that's Tuesday. You see? So pitches here, I think the GFA have to sit up and
invest more.
Let them know that in football now it's not about playing on hard pitches and stuff. At least sometimes you have to make sure you get nice pitches.
Because somebody to the time say when a pitches no they make the game attractive.
Sure, because you can see when instead of the pitch have to be green, you
it's
see some
brown,
yellow, you know.
And then the problem too be say when a pitches it some be entertainment centers.
That's it. We don't have enough. See that when you travel somewhere or maybe in Europe or maybe this South African and stuff. Any like this area that we are now, we have a one stadium or two or three stadium around it.
So one district, one football
that
pitch.
It. And that area has a club that any area person was supporting that club.
Okay.
So that is the stadium that they have. So when you see they are calling Arsenal and what they call Southampton or whatever, is the city.
Okay, that makes sense. So
that is it. That's the city.
Like we find ourselves here, Alajo FC.
Yeah.
We have our own page, Kotobabi FC, Big Farm FC.
So we have the distance over there. But here, Ghana Football Association, who said the class president is his own, but as a folk will tell you his own, I can't go to Olympics to tell his own. And you know,
just like Inter Milan and AC Milan, San Siro.
You understand me?
They're all using the same stadium.
The same stadium, but you know, we have to wake up. Me, sometimes I do say, you play a match when you get home, your body, you start feeling something in your body. So much tiredness. Why should it be so?
Mr. Jerry, what's your take on our pitches?
Yes. I think with our pitches, you see, we don't. Whatever you invest in, okay, you get returns.
Definitely.
But it's like our football, we are not really investing into the football. We are not investing, okay? Because if you are to invest, you have to invest on your pitches. You have to invest
very well.
Everything. Because football is a passing game.
Everything.
Okay, pass. you need to. If you watch Barcelona playing,
Tiki-taka.
Tiki-taka. Do you think you can play tiki-taka on Accra?
Oh yeah, if only you could make the ball go up slow.
You see, sometimes you give a pass and then before the ball will bounce, bang, 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 before you get to the player. And then the player controlling the ball is even finding it difficult to control.
Surely.
You get it. So it affects our play. Okay, that is why we cannot really see any. You see, I think the 90s, growing up and looking at our pitches in the 90s is even better than now.
Lord have mercy.
Oh yes, I think it's true because during those days, at least you could see that during those days they don't really allow events
on the pitches.
On the pitches like what we do.
Because after the Wizkid concert,
the pitch was
nothing good to write. I think the next House of Folk match was postponed from the pitch.
And till now, I don't think they can play till something is done about the pitch. Okay.
But I think House of Folk.
The last time I saw a clip of I think Bekum Chelsea. Oh, is it Bekum Arsenal? Oh no, Bekum Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yes, I saw wow. Even is this a Division 3 side playing or a Premier League side?
Fantastic pitch.
You see the pitch, Charlie, and the whole world is watching.
I believe we've come to the point where before you are allowed into the division or the Premier League proper, you should have your own stadium.
No,
I think that should be the yardstick. Every football club coming into the Ghana Premier League, there should be some yardstick. You should at least a 5,000 or 10,000 capacity stadium.
No, you see, probably I won't say that is have to be surely.
I'm saying that is the way. That should be the way forward.
I understand you. But in Europe, like you were saying, or maybe South Africa or somewhere there's some of the clubs doesn't have stadiums.
Okay.
But they make sure what they have, they protect it. You get my point? You know that maybe 3 teams are playing on the field, and you are taking money from the clubs. I mean, you have to know that after this team has played,
you have to take care of the stadium.
You have to take care of the stadium because the next team will come and play. You see, you went in and put Shatawale and stuff on the field, and the people are just, and later on the field is fair. And whenever a class of people is playing, you take money.
You take money.
You see, and you don't have time to, it's something else.
And our maintenance culture is very poor.
Very, very poor.
Very, very poor.
You see, and I know, for me, I know that at times it's going now, a class of folk and Kotoko will get their stadium soon.
We pray so.
Yeah, I know Kotoko will get their stadium.
I know of House of Folk at Pobiman too.
Yeah, no, Pobiman.
The project is going on.
Pobiman, they did it like academy style. They don't want to build stadium over there. But I learned they have some land within Accra here to build a stadium. So I'm sure maybe as time goes on, from 2-3 years, something.
Have to go to the land. I think 19.
It's okay, Mr. Jerry. It's okay. Don't talk from your Kotoko perspective. Kotoko, you will start. Oh, Fabu man.
Okay.
Full Fabu.
Okay.
So then there is this constant need for the Ghanaian best players of our league to always go overseas. What did they happen? Because players like Dombote, loyal servicemen to their teams. You understand? Stevie Odro, loyal serviceman to the team. You understand? Ishmaelado, even before he go outside, say we see experts for House of Folk. This man where he rejects PSG, Prince Tegu.
Yeah,
we see experts for House of Folk. But then this time around, if the season end, make we go last season. Yawano, Go King, Pa, I'm leaving the league. Mbella, Kotoko, Pa, at the go. What did happen? Because this it not be now, but this seems to be the trend now. If the season end, the best player for when a league inside, they always go find greener pastures outside. What did happen? When a league no be good enough for the best players anymore, or what?
As you said,
steady case, the new case on board now, a free Banier.
As you said greener pastures. Football is a career.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a career, and after retirement, aside the football, you have a family to take care of.
Surely.
You understand? You have a family to take care of. So the job that you are doing should at least give you something to take care of your family, to take care of yourself, and probably live life. Okay. This is a case whereby a player is paid 500 Ghana cedi. Some of the Premiership players are paid 500 Ghana cedi. That 500 Ghana cedi, what can you do with it? Can you build?
As what? A professional player
As a
or
professional
a
player.
ball boy?
Oh, and maybe he will say more. Some are paid like 500. If you look at the salary some of the players are taking, so they can't do anything with it. So if a team from Ethiopia comes and they say, okay, we are giving you $1,000, Charlie, the guy will not think twice. He will go. You understand? This a 3-year Barnier deal, he's taking 150 euros, or 150, 120 dollars. Okay.
A week or a day?
I think a month.
A month.
I think a month.
They don't pay. It's in England and
England and
they pay.
Okay, so
those,
a month.
Those countries they take.
It's a good deal. 150.
150,000.
Yes, dollars.
150,000.
Yes.
15,000.
Yes, 15,000.
15,000.
Yes, 15,000.
Of course.
So
it's not bad.
It's not bad. You see, 15,000 is not bad. If you're taking 15,000 right now, okay, it will do a lot for you and your family.
Okay,
So
that's understandable.
if they present this on the table, definitely every player will.
So
the players are not paid well. That is the problem.
from what I'm gathering from you, if House of Folk should have matched 15,000, because I heard someone say House of Folk was offering somewhere around 12,000 to 15,000 cedis a month.
House of Folk cannot pay him 100 and they can't.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you the fact.
Should they have matched $12,000? Do you think Barnier would have stayed?
He will not. Aside the money, outside he will learn a lot.
Yeah.
You understand? Outside he's going to learn a lot. He's going to get the exposure.
Yeah.
You understand? Playing on good pitches, as we are saying.
But between
I don't
I
being
don't doubt that, but I don't think Barnier, the Barnier we know now, was at 21 was a better footballer than Dombote and Chastela.
You know those guys, usually back in those days, if you are playing for Haas, okay, you are playing for the love of the club because you love us. You understand? You are playing for Kotoko because some of the players they played because they love Kotoko. Let me give you an example of this guy you just mentioned. This Kotoko guy,
Steve Odro. Yeah.
Steve Odro was in RTU when they brought him to Kotoko. Why? Because he loved Kotoko. He was a Kumasi guy, so he has to have to come back to play for my.
So
my
in that case, then very soon
Dombote,
Kotoko going for Fatah Mohamed, the former captain of House of Folk.
Yeah.
Because he's declared in the interviews that he's always been a Kotoko fan and he has loved Kotoko. Everybody in his family is a Kotoko fan.
You understand?
So Afriki, you the thing say when a players they run go foreign, it be needful or them for stay back and help make one league better because you have league where if the season end on, but your go king say I they go Sudan, but your go king say I they go Ethiopia, your go king say I they go Zambia. Why it happen like that? Because you did the field inside before where you did the field with some of the best players as the season end where they run go for it. Why it happen like that?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen like that. Why am I saying that? You know, in football, when it comes to football, you can play whatever ball that you have here in Africa. But whenever you had a chance outside over there, when you were there for 6 months, the advantage is very big than Africa.
Very big.
The advantage over there is very, very big. Because, you know, it's like, let's assume you have been in one area for a while. And you just say to yourself, oh, let me leave this area and go to
Just change the environment
and see. You could see that everything is going to be different for your life.
Okay, so a quick
You
one.
understand me?
You have a son. The English national team is calling. The Ghanaian national team is calling. Quick one. Which team would you advise him to play for?
For you know, for me, I won't say anything to my son. I will just ask him which one did he love to
And he is asking you.
that he want to play.
Otra has. Otra go fields. Otra Susubu. Otra Hazake. Ole noni ano e Ghana League game.
Yeah.
Papa, my team Ghana be Blackstars Kemba national team. The English national team to say which one you go advise him to make he go play?
It's very, very serious. You see, it's not easy because you know whenever you come to Africa and you play good football in Africa or your homeland or your fatherland, trust me, whenever you come down, you are walking, you blast everywhere.
Superstar.
You get my point? And it happened in Europe also. Even this France boy who played for Manchester United,
Pogba.
Evra.
Okay.
He said the same thing that whenever France win and you're an African, you're in France. So whenever France lose,
You are an African. You are an African.
So sometimes many people will say, I would love my son to go and play for England. But for me, it will be very difficult for me to very, very, very difficult.
Mr. Jerry, between the English national team and the Ghanaian national team, your son qualifies to play for both national teams. And he's asking you, who won him the Ghana football? Who won him the Kosovo? Where the Ghana football? It's a che. So, who so I own Ghana EPL, no him say na ekono. Wash a Lampard mo, so wash a Steven Gerrard mo Paul Scholes mo. Who him the bebre? Mami direction. One na mean bomber. Where you go point time to make you go play?
Oh, if me, I will say he should play for Ghana. If only they will not charge him to play. If they will charge him to play, then he should go and play for England free. Yes.
You know. Let me come in. see our world best player, King George Weah. Look at his son. His son is playing for Morocco.
Yes, play for
And when they are playing against England, his dad was on the field supporting his son.
But he's the president of Liberia.
He's the president of Liberia for now.
Why is it that his son is not playing for Liberia?
And it's not only him.
There are a lot of them.
Even Spain, that we are saying, we have Algerians and Moroccan players who are playing for Spain. That's
Definitely.
what I'm telling you now.
So before we wrap up, a very quick one. You have the chance to sit down 5 minutes. 2 minutes with a new Blackstar coach. Which advice you go give him? If you get a chance, say you meet the new Blackstar coach, they say, "Oh, Afriki, because of your expertise and your knowledge about the Ghanaian football terrain, will they give you 1 minute? Sit down with the Blackstar coach. This be the Blackstar coach now. Talk to me for 1 minute. Then advise me on what to do and what not to do as they can take the job."
The only thing I will advise the ex-coach that who's coming now to handle the Black Stars for now is I will tell him to open his eyes. You have to be vigilant on his job. You have to open his eyes and make sure, because this local terrain, we have a very, very good footballers. Just that they don't have chance to make it out there. But here we have a very, very good footballers that whenever you pick them and you pick them well, they become a good stone for you to use. So the only thing I will tell him is you have to be very vigilant. You shouldn't think about no one. You have to focus on his job. If it's local player that they want to build him, you should go in and build the local boys. That's the only thing that I will tell him, because if you say you're going to listen to different party, you could see that always
different opinions.
Different opinions are going to come to your way.
Mr. Jerry, quick one.
Yes, I think I will advise him to be firm and take bold decisions. Okay, because looking at what all the previous trainers has done, I think he has to be firm this time. Like no influence, no external voices should come into his job. He should be firm and then do his thing. Yeah.
It's been very fantastic having you two gentlemen around. Two very great footballing men. Mr. Jerry Mensah. Thank you very much for passing.
Stop calling me Jerry Azari.
Mr. Jerry Mensah. Afriki.
Yes, I'm a brother.
Bless up. I really appreciate you, brother.
I give thanks. I appreciate you guys too.
Well, man, bless up same way. Once again, it's Grandmaster on Studios 2 V.A.R Sports. I really appreciate making time with you. Make we save the time and continue to click on the subscribe button, turn your notification button on, and share the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Say, if it be sports, it be entertainment, it be breaking news, it be tidbits around every social media platform, from Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. The ones then create them, the one now that they come create the Studios 2 TV, we already did it. We they appreciate you. Continue to spread the word. We love you all. Stay blessed.
Breakthrough for Manchester City. One man's missile ball coming up with smiling. Oh!